Hey guys, what's going on? FlavoredFavors here, and welcome back to Life Talk Fridays. Now, I know it's been a while since I posted, and I'm not going to make any excuses, but I am going to apologize and let you guys know that there's a lot of stuff coming in the future, so look forward to that. Today in the background, you guys are watching some Search and Destroy in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare on the Xbox One. It's going to accompany me while I talk about Christmas. And I know what you're thinking, Flavored, why are you going to talk about Christmas? It's the happiest time of the year. Well, it can be and it can't be, and that's what we're going to talk about. Christmas is actually an incredibly stressful time for a lot of people for many, many reasons, and it's time that we stopped not only to think about ourselves, but to think about the people around us, because I know a lot of my friends, and, you know, my relatives, they have been having some experiences, and I was reading Reddit earlier the other day about Christmas and, like, what people were going through and the kind of stuff people were dealing with, and I was like, I really do got to talk about this, because it's such a big stress in everyone's lives. First and foremost being the fact that Christmas is supposed to be a time off from work and school, and with everything that's going on in your life, it just seems like an added stress that we don't have really, we don't really want to deal with. So it makes a lot of people angry, and it keeps tensions high when they really shouldn't be. Along to go with that, I'll give you a couple examples of some of the stuff my friends are going through. A couple of my friends they still live at home with their parents, and they're at that point in their lives. I was at this point as well, where they're a young adult, and they're looking and searching for their own independence, but it doesn't always, quite mesh very well with what their family wants, or, the values and stuff that they see. So it kind of makes a really weird scenario where they butt heads with their family, and they're like, I just can't wait to get out, like this shit's driving me crazy, I don't know how much more of this I can take. And the first thing I gotta say to you guys is, don't worry, it does get better, for sure. Like, I remember being in that spot in my life, and when I moved out and I got my own place and I started living my own life, my own independence, it was a huge thing. It's both it's pretty scary to start off with. It's something that, it takes a lot of responsibility, and it's a big weight on your shoulders, but the freedom and the ability to be who you are and not be restricted by the rules of the people who are trying to guide you is really freeing, and it lets you have your own independence, and that is an amazing feeling, and it will help cope with a lot of the things you're dealing with. Now, I have another friend, and she's 21. She lives on her own, and she went back to see her family for Christmas, and she was absolutely bombarded by questions about how come, you're not married yet? Why don't you have any kids? Like, you need to get us some grandkids on the way. We want to have them for then a couple Christmases and, experience that. And I completely agree with her decision that this is absolutely crazy, especially in today's day and age. She's still working on, supporting herself, and her boyfriend, and it's not right for her to bring kids in the world in her current state. And I totally agree with that. And I totally get that. 10 years down the road, maybe when she's 30, it might be a better time when she's more set and she can financially, support these kids. I totally agree. Now, the other thing about growing up is that you get gifts that are more practical than they are fun when you get a little bit older, and it's good. It is great for a person who lives by themselves to get things like that they use, like laundry detergent, cleaning supplies, that kind of stuff. It's really, some of it's kind of impersonal, and it's also dependent on the situation that you're in. Like, I saw a story about a girl who went home for Christmas, and her sister-in-law got her a bunch of cleaning supplies. Now, that was kind of dumb because she had traveled on a plane, and trying to get that many liquids back to her home was really dumb, and it just wasn't a good situation. It just showed that she didn't think very much at all. It was a very impersonal gift. It also kind of takes the fun out of it, because as like a 21-year-old, 22-year-old, especially like I'm at that age right now where I'm getting more practical gifts for Christmas instead of things that I want and enjoy. It takes the fun out of it a little bit, because Christmas is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be when you kind of spoil yourself, but at the same time, I can see it saves you money to do the things that you want to do, because your parents don't necessarily understand your independence, and they're actually helping you save money, so that you can do the things you want with the money that you're saving. So in a really weird way, they are still getting you what you want without you really knowing it. So don't be that ungrateful for the stuff that's not so cool. If you're hoping to get some Lego or that new Xbox game, and your parents got you socks, underwear, they saved you some money and you can get it yourself, and then you got what you need and you got what makes you happy. As well, giving gifts is always stressful, because you're giving it to people in your family that you may not know very well, because it's kind of this weird thing. Like, if you meet a person and you and him become friends, what has happened is you two have created a respect for one another, that you understand each other's styles, how each other works, and you respect them and they respect you. Now, in today's society, if you're born into a family, anyone who you share blood with, you are given this automatic obligation to have respect for that person and to receive respect from that person. And it doesn't always work out, because the original respect that you would build with your friends is built off of, stuff you do together and like interests that you guys share, and you don't always share the same interests with your family. So sometimes things don't always work out, and it's not your fault, it's not your family's fault, it's just the way that we work and the way we're born. It doesn't make you a bad person for not liking the same things your family does, but you gotta remember, when you're getting gifts and receiving gifts, to give a little bit of thought about it, because if you don't see your cousins all the time and you're doing a gift exchange with your family, and you get a person that you don't ever talk to, so they get you a gift and you get them a gift, if you guys don't really know one another, don't expect them to get you that thing you've been dreaming of that your whole family knows about, because, or not that your whole family knows about per se, but like all your friends know that to get you, because they don't know you as well, they don't know your interests and your hobbies, so it's going to be a little tougher. So don't take the gifts as impersonal, just take them as thoughtful and hopefully a little helpful, and maybe even a little practical. But other than that, just remember, guys, that everyone during this time of year is stressed out, because on top of everything else, whether it goes from traveling to see family members, buying Christmas presents, being a little tight on money because you're spending on everyone you love, or just getting together and spending time with those who drive you a little nuts, but you're born with them, make sure you enjoy yourselves, because this is your break and it is your life, and always have fun. But if you guys need someone to talk to about, your Christmas and how havoc it was and how angry you are, or, you just want to get something off your chest, I'm always here. My information is going to be in the description below where you can contact me. And other than that, as always, guys, my name is FlavoredFavors. You people are beautiful, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace out, guys.